you're a French toast fan, you'll fall in love with this dish. I use thick slices of delicious panettone, a traditional Italian bread that's so rich it's almost like cake. I soak them in egg custard, then grill them until they're golden brown and fluffy. Homemade syrup makes a terrific topping to my Panettone French toast. I'm gonna start with my sweet cinnamon syrup, and I've got 1 cup of water that's already started to simmer, and I need to add some brown sugar to it. Some nice dark brown sugar. We're gonna use 1 cup of sugar. You always wanna pack down the brown sugar to make sure you have the right measurement. So we've added now 1 cup of the brown sugar to the water, and we're gonna let it sort of melt and reduce down to 1 cup total. It's gonna be sticky and yummy. Okay, we'll watch that as it starts to reduce. Now, I'm gonna make the custard for it. We're gonna use 6 whole eggs. All right, last one. Perfect. All right, we're just gonna beat our eggs. All right, now I need some heavy cream. And I'm gonna use 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. We'll do that. Nice and thick. It's a nice thickening agent. And now we need 3/4 of a cup of whole milk. Now when I'm making this panettone French toast, I'm not gonna cut any corners because you know what? I'm gonna have 1 slice, I'm gonna indulge, and I'm gonna have fun with it. So I don't really like to add non-fat milk. There we go. And now we need 1/4 cup of sugar, just regular granulated sugar, and sweeten it a little bit. Whisk it all together. We will put our custard in this baking pan. And the reason I'm putting it in the baking pan is because it's too difficult to soak the bread in this bowl. We're not gonna get an even texture. Now, the highlight, the panettone. And it looks like a giant cupcake. And so we're gonna rip the paper off the outside. And this is just like when they put the little paper cups on the cupcakes, the same deal. It's to keep it moist and fresh. We're gonna pull that right off. And what I like to do with this is cut the bottom off. It's kind of dry, and I want the French toast to be very moist. So I'm just gonna cut the bottom off. I'm gonna cut the top off too. And the top I love to hold on to. It makes great toast in the morning. Now I've got my panettone ready. And I'm just gonna slice it down. There we go. Oh, at about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. God, that looks good. Panettone is a buttery sweet bread. And this one that I have here has raisins and candied orange peel. It's so good. All right, now I'm ready to dip it into my custard. So we're gonna take these slices, just put them down. Let's see. I think we can fit 3, we can. And I'm gonna flip them around. Yum, this is gonna be great. Now, before I put them on my hot griddle right here, I'm gonna put some butter on it so they don't stick. Now it's a non-stick griddle, but a little extra butter will make it nice and brown on the outside. Oh, it's so mouth-watering. A little bit of butter here. My griddle should be hot. Now before I put the panettone on, I just wanna give 1 quick stir to my syrup. The sugar's melted, so it's gonna start reducing now. We're ready for our panettone. I'm gonna gently lift it out of the custard. There we go. Hear that noise? It's cooking. So these are gonna take about 4 minutes aside, then I'm gonna flip them, and in the meantime, I'm gonna get the rest of my bread in the custard. Ooh, I can smell that buttery sweet aroma, and I can even smell the raisins inside. Now that my syrup is reduced to 1 cup, I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of heavy cream just to make it luxurious. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, just for a little spice. All right, when my friends get here, I'm gonna top these with creamy mascarpone cheese and of course, the sweet syrup. It's perfect for breakfast, but even better for dessert.